Okay, today I want to talk to you about finding the proper distance to stand away from the golf ball. So, there's a couple ways to do this. Most important is you have to have good posture when you're trying to figure out your distance from the golf ball. So, let's assume that your posture is good, which is, generally speaking, you want a little break in the knees. You don't want a lot of knee flex. Just want a little break in the knees. And you want to bend from the hips, much like you're trying to look over a fence. Your weight should be distributed over your shoelaces, not towards your toes and not back on your heels. So if I let my arms hang down, they ought to point just outside my toe line. And you want your back as straight as you can and your chin not buried in the chest, but up a little bit so you can make a shoulder turn. So, assuming you have good posture, the first way, and the way that I like to measure the distance from the ball, is to do this little trick. Take your setup. I have a sand wedge. Get comfortable. Get your posture right. And here's your checkpoint. Just take your right arm off the club and let it hang. And if it hangs directly across from where you had it on the golf club, you're perfect. So now if I stand too far away and I let it hang, you'll see it hangs in here. Again, my hand was up here. So now I'm too far away. If I get too close to the ball, and again, my posture has to be good in order to make this checkpoint work. If I get too close to it and I take my right arm off and let it hangs all the way over here. So once again, the ideal position would be when I take my right hand off the club, left hand for your lefties out there, and it hangs directly across from where it was on the club, you're perfect and you're good to go. And that holds true whether you're using a sand wedge, a 7-iron, or a driver. Same thing. Take your setup, good posture. Let my right arm hang. It hangs directly across from where it was on the club. I'm good to go. The other thing you can do is once you find what you think is the right distance from the golf ball, you can measure the distance, eyeball the distance of the end of the club from your left thigh. So if I were going to do it that way, it would be roughly a fist and a thumb away from me. And again, it wouldn't matter what club I'm using. It would still be that same distance away from your left thigh. So there's two ways to check your distance from the ball. Why is that important? Because your distance from the golf ball dictates where you hit the golf ball on the face of the club. And I want you to hit it in the sweet spot more often.